Hello everybody. It's been great to use video methods over the last couple of months to share some of our exciting news, as well as giving the opportunity for our life groups to pray into some of the things that are really important to us as a church. What I'd like you to do to start off with is to just spend a little bit of time, look back over the things that we've prayed for as a church, maybe as a life group or you individually, and see how God has been at work. Spot some evidences of grace. So why don't you do that now in your group as it is, and press the pause button now. Fantastic. The first thing I like you to pray into is the whole area of personal evangelism. Over the next term, we're looking at a new preaching series called Just Walk Across the Room, and look at how we can share our personal story of the gospel with the people around us. What I'd like you to do is just to go into groups of 2s and 3s and to pray, A, for some people that God has put on your heart, and B, for God to give you opportunity to share your story with them. So why don't you do that now and press the pause button now. Excellent. Well, next to personal evangelism, we want to use the coming few months as a church really well to build up to some key events where we'll be sharing the gospel in a creative context. First of all, that will be Halloween. We'll have an alternative Halloween party in Peterborough at the Gladstone Centre on the 31st of October. We'll be hitting the streets both in Peterborough and Stamford City Centre on the Saturday following that, to invite people to a family service that will be held at the Gladstone Centre in the morning in Peterborough and in Stamford in the afternoon. What I'd like you to pray into is that there'll be lots of people coming to this event, specifically on the Sunday where we'll be sharing the gospel in a creative way. I want to ask you to think about some people that you could invite to that, and to spend some time in your groups of 2 and 3 to pray into this. That will be having many people there and be a clear display of the gospel on those events. So why don't you do that now and press the pause button now. Excellent. The third area I'd like you to pray into is the area of social action. Social action flows from the heart of the gospel and is something really important to us as a church. Over the coming few months, we'll be spending lots of time to shape this further, and I want you to use this time to pray as a group for God to shape us and to lead us well, so we know what areas to step out into and what He calls us specifically as a church. Followed by that, I'd like you to pray maybe in 2s or 3s, just to ask how God could use you in this whole area and in your local area within the capacity of the church. So why don't you do that now and press the pause button now. Excellent. Finally, it'd be really helpful if you could pray into the whole area of buildings. I think at the moment we have got some struggles with the number 8 building, lots of unforeseen issues popping up in the potential lease that we are looking into. It's been rather difficult, so it'd be really helpful if you could pray into this, A, whether this is the right building for us to use, and B, if it is, for God to really make a way forward. Secondly, it would be really helpful if you could pray for our venue at the Gladstone Centre on Sundays in Peterborough. As for now, we can use the building till March as it is. From March onwards, there's huge complications, which means that we can't use the building on a weekly basis, which obviously is very important for us as a church. So please pray for God to make a way forward into this. So why don't you go back into 2s and 3s and spend some time praying for the number 8 and the Gladstone Centre, and press the pause button now. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for spending some time to pray into this with us. We really value your prayers, so please take this home and keep praying into these areas that are really important for us. So first of all, personal evangelism. Secondly, evangelistic events coming up, specifically with Halloween and Christmas as well. And finally, the whole area of buildings called the number 8 as well as the Gladstone Centre.